Lisbon, where the river Tagus flows into the Atlantic. This is where the Portuguese used to embark on their voyages of discovery and conquest. Nowadays, hundreds of fishing boats deliver their catch to the market halls on the banks of the Tagus. This customer casts an especially critical eye over the fish. It will later be cooked by Pedro Dias, who is chef at the Faz Figura, a restaurant in Lisbon's Alfama district. Here, diners get a wonderful view of the Tagus, where they can enjoy freshly caught fish.
Portugal is probably one of the best countries in the world to have fish. It has to do with the currents, and because being the western tip of Europe, that helps a lot. And there's a confluence of currents on the Atlantic, a bit from the Mediterranean and all that.
Pedro is preparing sea bass in a salt crust, a typical Portuguese dish.
The only secret is not to spoil it, you know, because the raw material is very good. You just have to be careful to respect the fish.
2.5 kilograms of sea salt are mixed together with finely chopped parsley, thyme, coriander, and water to form a paste. The fish is placed on a baking tray and placed in the mixture. It should be covered by about 3 or 4 centimeters before it's baked.
If you look at this, it's just a huge pile of salt. So some people expect, especially foreigners, they become very suspicious. Well, it's going to be salty. There's too much salt in it. It's not. Now, with the heat, the salt will dry up, and it will become a shell. It will become hard, and the fish cooks inside that shell, in its own water, in its own steam.
Faz Figura is well known for its traditional Portuguese fare. Many of its regular visitors are locals, but it also attracts people from the rest of Portugal and abroad.
We do have good products, and the recipes are varied, and they have, well, I used to say that they have soul. I love cooking because you give something of yourself to the others.
The sea bass is baked for half an hour before being flambéed at the table. The crust is then carefully removed. The fish can be served with vegetables and potatoes, and maybe a light salad. This dish is one of the restaurant's most popular. Many guests stay late.
We try to look at this as if it was one giant table where you can always fit one more chair. And I think the Portuguese love to be at the table. There's nothing we can solve out if we're at the table, because after a good meal, in a way, you are, even if it's temporary, you are a better person.
Anyone who has enjoyed the majestic sunset over the Tagus, perhaps between their main course and dessert, will gladly return to Faz Figura.